Howdy guys, I'm back with more of The Wolf Among Us. Today I'm going to do episode 5, Cry Wolf. Looks like we have a fully transformed Bigby here in front of the full moon with blood dripping down his claws. Makes me think someone's not getting out of this final episode here alive. Alright, this is the final one. Let's do it. Start episode 5. I have no idea how this is all going to end. I don't even have a theory.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
I just don't know what Bigby's doing. If he cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Let's hope we
Bigby,
don't
wait.
have that.
When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
And that's right where the last one ended, meeting the Crooked Man. Ooh, okay, so no little intro or anything this time. Usually this part comes like 20 minutes in after I've been playing for a bit, but they're not messing around with that in this one, since it's the final one. Yeah, I lit up a cigarette when I last saw the Crooked Man, or when I ended the last episode when I met the Crooked Man. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to be friends or foes with the guy. It's like I understand why people are going to him, and well, let's just see what happens here. All right, Cry Wolf.
You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat?
Not from you.
Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster.
Ooh.
Sirloin.
Ooh, sure. I'm here
Well,
for. I'll have a drink,
Gramercy me.
sure.
Take a seat at the very least.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately.
Hey, I'm fine with that. Hey.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You tried to kill me? Those women, I guess.
You know why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? some allotment of evidence.
Oh man, I really
A witness, perhaps.
don't, do I? I'm staying silent. I don't know. I don't really...
I thought not, but that's okay. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally.
What?
I just want to settle the issue for you.
Well,
and to assure you that it's over with.
Well, it wasn't...
You really don't need to worry yourself further.
It wasn't Crane. Who was
An
it?
unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation?
Oh boy.
The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm gonna stay
Tweedledee,
silent again.
please.
I don't want to make enemies. These people hate me as it is.
He's not gonna leave, so just give him up, all right?
No! If he thinks he's gonna come in here, act all tough, and we're just gonna...
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie.
Oh. Why?
However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
I do mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
Why? Yeah, really?
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
What's the
Why'd you
point?
do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it.
Oh no.
You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
Oh man.
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage
I just
after
need to
everything I've
talk
done
to
for you?
him. Sure.
All right, let's talk.
I don't know.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of here!
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter
I
with
just
you?
need to get the
I
murderer.
told you.
I'm here to get the murderer.
Get the fuck away from me. He's the one you fucking want.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate
How
things.
am I No.
To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. What should I have done? Oh, snap. That was nuts. Oh my...
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Oh, she's crazy. Oh no! Bigby. Oh, this is bad. All these people hate me. All of these people have a good reason to hate me. I've roughed up every single... Oh, I gotta get horns over here. I think he's the big bad... Oh, Q. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to take all
Take
these...
this!
Oh no, I'm bald. Oh god. Oh. Whoa.
You're done, Wolf.
Come on. We're pretty much done here.
Oh, he's got, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you,
Oh, no,
but
no,
I'll be
no.
glad to see your insides turned out.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh, no. I can't believe he just, Crooked Man just bailed out. Like, oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I thought Bigby would be at a huge disadvantage here. Hold on. He's having
way.
Oh, they're all bailing out. What the heck? You guys have a huge advantage over me. Come on, you're bailing out? Well, oh, do I do it? Oh, I guess I have to. I mean, these people, I'm trying to do the right thing. I keep giving them chance after chance after chance. What else can I do? I let them live. I try to negotiate with them. I mean, like, man, I...
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
What the hell? I'm not gonna... Oh, okay, I guess I'm chasing after a car now. Alright, oh, okay, alright. I'm pretty strong here. Oh, I'm ugly now, too. Oh, he just ripped the bumper off. Good. Oh, what's this bar? Am I supposed to do something like this? This is bar meeting? I don't understand the bars. I feel like that wasn't explained to me. I guess I'll just, yeah, I guess, oh, I'm supposed to just, oh gosh, I'm really bad at these. I've never been, whoops. I got ran over. I've never been good at these. Would you call them quick time event things? I'm awful at them. Let's see, I think the first one, oh, no. The first one I remember is like Resident Evil 4 or something. They've just gotten more and more popular. It's pretty fun in something like this, though, when there's not really any other gameplay, though, I guess. Alright, it's just a matter of pushing buttons. I can handle it. I've only screwed up once so far. I can't believe I'm chasing a car on foot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Bigby, you're crazy. Go for it, Bigby. Come on, you've got this car. Whee! Oh, I'm supposed to land on this car. Oh my gosh.
Fuck! What was that?
This is ridiculous. This is so over the top. Oh, Crooked Man's right there. I didn't realize that. Aw. Alright, let's go on through the window here. Let's get this one. Alright, no more. Oh, I should have...
Take him off!
I should have gone through the side again. I shouldn't have busted out the front window. I should have gone through the side again. That was stupid. Oh no! I'm dead. Rip. Oh, I screwed up. I should have reached through the window. I don't know why I went through the front again. Oh, don't have very much time to make choices, I guess. Oh, she's weaponizing the car.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
She feels like she's gonna protect him.
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Oh man, would I have been able to break inside their car if I picked different options? Oh, they're going inside.
Come on.
Fuck it!
Oh man, I screwed it up. Oh, am I gonna get some new clothes here or something? Is there any real reason to look at the car? Okay, hold on. I need to look at the fables. I haven't been able to do this in a while. I need to get super caught up on all of these really fast. Oh, I actually don't have as many as I thought. I only have these 3 and then the last bit of the chapter, for the last episode here. Alright, the Crooked Lair, that's where we just were. Occupying a desanctified church. Oh, this is just one of the many locations the Crooked Man's operation uses to run the Fabletown underworld. Its lounge atmosphere makes for a comfortable meeting place, unless you are an unwelcome guest. It is completely boarded up to the outside world, and the only way in is through one of the many portals, marked by a door with the Crooked Man's Catherine wheel icon, scattered throughout the city and elsewhere. And of course, the ugly man that we just met here finally have a face for the Crooked Man, the crime lord. The Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operations started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house, two things he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Alright, and then Tiny Tim the Sentry. While most fables theorize that their longevity and overall well-being is improved by the Mundy World's knowledge of them, for a select few that does not seem to apply. When a malady or injury is an integral part of a fable's story, that notoriety can make recovery nearly impossible. That's what Tiny Tim thinks, at least, and no medical care or magic, rather none that he can afford, can heal his leg. Poor little dude. Oh man, so I don't know what to make of this Crooked Man. I'm glad I read this. You know, at first I was just really trying to get Georgie because I have evidence, like in a court of law, that seems to be the most firm thing I have. So that's why I was going for Georgie instead of the Crooked Man. I thought maybe if I played nice with the Crooked Man, he would play nice with me. I don't know. But he's definitely the big bad, even though he, initially came off, kind of nice, like maybe he wanted to try to solve the situation. And I feel bad for all of the fables that have had to go to the Crooked Man because they're too poor to afford to live the lifestyle they want or to afford housing, and they went to this guy to get what they needed because the city, Snow and Crane, they let him down, or let people down. So, I mean, I feel bad. I understand why people went to him, but he's also keeping people, like, it says right here, he provides everything at a high cost. He keeps people in this, what do you call him, like a slumlord or something like that? I don't really know if that's the term that applies here, but that's kind of what I think's going on. He's keeping people, he's profiting off of everyone's misery. He's keeping them in a loop of just a crappy life while giving handouts to his, his top people. He's definitely the big bad, but I don't know, I thought if I could just take Georgie, at least I could get revenge for the girl, or not revenge, but justice. Well, maybe revenge, that might be what it comes down to as well. Alright, well, that's my reasoning behind all that. Don't really have a whole lot of time to really explain why I'm picking certain things, if anyone cares. Alright, so just as I thought, not really a lot in his car. Can I do anything? Okay, no, it's just showing me the same thing. Just where I screwed it up and him bleeding everywhere. And...
Holy shit.
Was he pierced with like a silver blade or something fancy? No parking. He's gonna get a citation. Alright, well, not really a whole lot to do here. Oh, I don't know why I guess maybe I could have done something else to the car if maybe I had broken something else out. Feel the thunder. That was a little... Oh, this house of straw.
Come on! We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
Oh, I was too busy looking at Morgana.
How did this happen, Georgie?
I don't want him to get away. Sorry, I don't know if I should have sat there and listened a bit longer or not. Oh, he's...
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want.
I know.
But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that.
I'm not.
Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
But you're still
That it, Sheriff?
But you're still a murderer, though. You're still a murderer.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're a fool.
It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't mean...
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck?
You always have a choice.
I did what I had to!
Why
You
did
can't fucking blame me for that.
You didn't have to.
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told.
You didn't have to do anything.
Like hell I didn't. Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with.
Well...
So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
Still did
The both of you can go rot in hell.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Exactly.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not.
How about you...
Go ahead and kill me then. But it
also-
won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? Georgie's the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you. You don't know the fuck about anything.
Hey, leave her out of this, Georgie.
This is the original.
Huh?
The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this? You sold me out.
Welcome to the club, then.
You have to understand. Nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead.
Aw, man.
Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Oh, what
Stop
do
it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
I don't know.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up.
I don't know
what makes you think you can just I know what I've done.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life.
Oh, no.
I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
My God.
Fuck! No, 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 no!
Oh.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Jesus.
Just... Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh man, you shouldn't have a...
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
You shouldn't have a self-terminate switch like that for when you're emotional, man. Oh man, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't know what to do. It was just, everything was happening so fast and...
Oh, fuck!
Get up.
He's gonna...
Get up!
He's done.
Don't think so, Bigby.
His insides are on the outsides. Oh, man.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright?
Alright. He'll get it worse.
For both of us.
He'll get it worse.
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
But you all suck.
Good. Old foundry by the river, alright?
Oh.
Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you wanna do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
I'm not.
I'm not sticking around for much longer.
I'm not that. I'm not like that. I'm not that. Come on, man. I'm not that. That's not me.
No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
Oh.
I know what I did.
I'm not gonna... He's suffering. Let's end his suffering, at least.
All right, Georgie.
I chose to end his suffering. Oh. Oh my gosh. Is that really ending his suffering, or is that making it worse? That didn't look pleasant. Gosh, this is horrible. You got a guy with his insides ripped out and a headless woman. Gosh, Bigby's form of justice is, kind of twisted, isn't it? Or is that my form of justice? I think it's my form of justice. It's a little twisted. Alright, see you later, Adonis and Morgana. I don't think I'll be back here for ever. Well, that's one problem taken care of, but the big bad is still out there. But at least we know where it is. I wonder if if that had gone down a different way, I wouldn't have known where to go, maybe? I don't know. Shepherd. All the graffiti looks so realistic, dude. Alright, any clues? Oh, you know what? Hold on, I got a new book of fable thingy here. Alright, 2 new ones, actually. Here we go. Vivian's story, the girl with the ribbon. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. Oh man, as he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized then that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. Man, just like Georgie said, sometimes all of your options are just crap, and you know, she's got a sad tale, and you know, that's the thing with a lot of people that are criminals and stuff. They have sad tales, and they had terrible childhoods, and sad things happen to them, but that doesn't absolve them of the guilt of what they did, you know? I mean, you kill people, you silence girls, you know? I'm sorry your life was hard, but that doesn't give you an excuse to murder people, you know? I mean, he could have done anything else. I mean, you know, but I guess at the same time it sucks because it's like there's not really a whole lot of law enforcement for anyone to turn to, right? It's like either do what the crooked man says or die. I mean, yeah, we can try going to the police, but what are they going to do? It just sucks. It sucks and it sucks and it sucks. Alright, the Puddin' and Pie, Vivian and Georgie's place. Vivian and Georgie met during the exodus from the homelands, and they helped each other survive the long journey to the mundane world. Upon their arrival, however, they found it hard to make a decent living. With what little money they had, they opened the Puddin' and Pie. Operating a strip club may not have been the most desirable occupation, but they figured it was better to be in charge of a place like this than to be forced through desperation to work in one. Sex sells. It sells and it sells. You want to make money? That's the way to do it. Unfortunately for these people, well, they should have made Fabletown in a flyover state instead of New York. They would have probably been doing a lot better.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
All right. Let's go on in, though. Then, anything else exciting out here besides the door? Can I go digging through his trash, reading any of the graffiti? Can't really read what. Ooh, it kind of goes pretty far back here. No real. Doesn't seem like there's any real reason to wander around, though. Pretty straightforward. Alright, guess I'll go on in. Enter. Not many options either. Guess I'm going in. JK.
Of course.
Oh, I got a Q. I'm not sure how long this one's going to be. Because the first episode was really long, and then the others were all about the same length. Let's see. The best safety device is a careful worker. Remember that, guys. Oh, he's got his symbol on these packages.
So this is where they've been sending these.
That's been up under our noses the whole time, huh? Oh, light just flickered on. That's not creepy. They're probably waiting on me. They probably know that Georgie was going to rat him out.
Bigby Wolf.
Uh-oh. Not her.
The big bad wolf.
Oh, great. Where is she? I don't see her. She's gonna whack me in the head with something. I already know it. Let's see. Debts, Ichabod Crane, Bluebeard's even indebted to him. Beauty, Jack Horner, Mr. Toad, Flycatcher, Pinocchio. Everyone is involved. Over here we've
You used to be something.
Bigby wolf, Bigby wolf, Bigby wolf. What the hell? Snow, why do I get so many crates? What did I do? Oh, photos. I see myself. Oh dear, this is bad. Why the obsession with me and Snow? And then 3 girls here. Snow. Is that Snow again? No, that's not Snow. Snow with a blonde girl here. Faith and I. Me. Faith and me. Faith and Narissa? Is that Faith? Is that Faith? That's Faith, right? So it was this. This looks like Narissa. Was this Narissa, Faith? Who's the middle girl then? I don't think have I met the middle girl? Is that maybe that's Holly or Lily? I can't really tell who this is. I'm not really sure. Can't really tell. There's someone that's meeting with Snow. I'm wondering, I'm still not sure what's going on with Snow because she just had like a complete personality flip, so I'm still wondering if she's involved somehow. Oh, here's the crooked man.
They used to fear you.
Uh-oh. Stuff's moving.
They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Do I want to be over here? I'm sketching out bleach. Great. Is something? I feel like something's gonna jump out at me here, and I'm gonna scream. I frighten easily, so you've been warned. All right, creeping around the corner here. Is this like a breaker box? This looks like a breaker box. Why don't I just open this up and just flip everything off? I mean, I'm like a werewolf. I assume I see better in the dark than everyone else. Oh, here we go. We've got caution, eye protection required, danger authorized personnel, may operate equipment. We've got a couple of silver bullets. That's what it looks like they're manufacturing in here. Got the bullet casing thing, and the mold, not the casing, or whatever.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Uh-oh. I walked into this, didn't I? Oh, I walked into this.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
What business?
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
I'm just gonna... Aw, man.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
I knew I was gonna pay for that when I was gonna try to do that shady stuff. Oh, here, punch her in the head. Come on, it's a lady. Come on, you're a man. It's a lady. Men are way stronger than women. Come on. We'll just keep her away from all the weapons and sharp objects and mirrors. Mostly mirrors. Man, okay, so what's in the vat? Is that going to be like a bunch of molten silver or something horrific like that? Like, oh man. Finales that take place in a factory are always, like, bad news. Like, think of any movie that you've seen where, like, the ending part's, like, in a factory or, like, some kind of place like this. It's like, things always end up crazy in here. Maybe I'm just maybe I just watched The Terminator too many times. Bigby kid feels no pity or remorse or fear and cannot except by silver. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. I told you guys I scaries. Come on now, that's dirty. I don't like that. I don't like jump scares. Jump scares are dirty. Alright. Am I going the right way? she's gonna do it again. Here it comes. Oh, did I miss? Oh, I'm missing. Am I missing? I think I'm missing. Or am I getting mauled?
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Oh, she's freaky looking. Oh my gosh, I'm so much being freaked out over her. Oh my gosh, I can't think of like anything that would be a better looking Bloody Mary. Like, oh, I don't know what I would imagine. Like an actual Bloody Mary. You know, the actual Bloody Mary, but this is pretty spot on. She just needs some vodka and clamato. Or wait, no, it's not clamato. It's a Caesar, isn't it? I don't know what this is. Whatever. Is it just tomato juice? I think it's just tomato juice. Is that Bloody Mary? I'm thinking about this too much. Oh my gosh, she's so freaky. Oh my gosh, it's like something out of... Oh, there's a bunch! Are you serious? Oh, this is like something out of Silent Hill or something. I'm freaked out. I am right freaked out. I am glad I'm not playing this in the dark. Oh, what do I do? Do I just start calling all of them? Which one's the... Like, what do I do? Do I just hold a mirror up to her or something? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm gonna fight them all. I'm gonna get destroyed. It seems like it'd be a lot easier for her if she just had her little balls have like a silver bullet shooting. Because there's like four reason I can keep track of, so just have one with like a silver bullet. I'm done. I'm done playing. That's it. Oh my gosh, I can't tell. Oh my gosh, there's too many. How am I gonna get out of this? There's no way. I'm done. Oh. I can become an even bigger wolf, apparently. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Here's the big bad wolf. None of this goofy werewolf crap. There we go. I don't know. I feel like this is a good way because I no longer have opposable thumbs. Being bigger and having more powerful is nice. Thumbs are pretty overpowered. I don't know. I'd rather have thumbs, personally. Oh, I don't know. Being able to climb up here is pretty good. Yeah. This is why thumbs are nice. I'd be able to just reach in here and grab them. But all you can do is swallow them. Come on, puppy dog. Let's get her. Let's get her. Oh, he's gonna huff and puff and blow them away. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's how he's gonna get out of it. Oh, that's really cute and clever. I like that. Oh no, right in the face. Oh my gosh. I didn't know Bigby could become an even more powerful wolf. That's the end of her, I hope. I mean, she's smashed into a few pieces, but I feel like this is going to be like Terminator 2. She's going to like come back together or something. Oh man, blood all over his face. It's totally kind of hot. He's like, I need some pants. Crooked man over here is totally creeping on naked Bigby there.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6... I won't miss next time.
Uh-oh.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Don't know.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm quite sure. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
Tell me
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
Yeah, really.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that.
I know you did.
All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
I believe Georgie.
Maybe you didn't carry it out. But I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Exactly.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know
Not
that.
after knew he was
I'm
dead.
a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
He's got an angle. I bet everyone.
I don't mean to
clumps.
belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
He keeps backing away. He's got.
You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here?
I don't know.
Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
Don't worry
You're
about it.
smart, I'll admit that. So what I just don't understand is why you're here. I mean, you want to catch your killer, right? Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going?
You
I'd
know
rather
what?
not dawdle.
Let's bring him in. Let's do
I'm
it.
actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind.
That's
What
not
do you
how this
say?
works. Oh man, it's not how this works, Holmes. It's not how this
Fine.
works. But oh,
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
shut up.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Oh, I don't know if this was the right idea. Oh man, I don't want him. I don't know. Did I make the right...
I know. But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Y'all talking about me?
God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone,
can I have your attention?
Better than
Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of Faith and...
As I already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Oh dear.
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
I think you're supposed to get your charges read first, aren't you?
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens.
I need to let
These
him
charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself.
Yeah, let him talk.
And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
It's like playing Town of Salem over here.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Speak.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell the fucking truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
I feel like it was a trap.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything.
Oh man, this
You
guy's...
might even give up an innocent man. Just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people.
Yeah.
Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Exactly.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
No, I knew it was gonna come to this. I knew he was gonna pull this.
Wasn't I?
We didn't... Don't turn this on us. That was Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Yeah.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours.
Man.
Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself.
I hooked her up with
And
a
what
job.
did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Whew.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want
You're on your own, Snow.
Is that true?
Snow?
She was helping people glamour themselves as other Fables. We couldn't let that continue.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
Oh, man, Greenleaf.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Till they're not wearing their,
Yeah,
glamour.
right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
We'll
Like
do
you
better.
did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help. And he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Exactly. She makes a
And if
good
things
point.
didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
She makes
Do you
a good
really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
Ooh, smooth. I like it. Ooh, yeah. Perfect words. Beautiful.
You're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Oh, man. That's a lot of angry faces. Uh-oh.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
You can't...
Snow?
You can't... Quit
So,
that.
are we done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
What?
I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
Where are you going with this? We already said you're...
Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Oh, come
Like
on.
what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
Didn't kill him.
He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
Yeah.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
Man, yo.
Everyone just shut the fuck up.
I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Oh yeah, she doesn't have that around her neck anymore, or it doesn't work.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something
Bluebeard.
to say.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
I
We
should...
need to establish some order here.
I'm gonna just be quiet on this one. I know I should tell the truth, but...
You're pathetic.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
Sweet save, Nerissa.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after
what'd you
this.
expect?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe there will be more if he isn't stopped.
I don't get it.
So we get rid of him.
Dangerous. Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
Someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Voting,
Why
yeah.
not?
Let's vote.
What
That's
about
never
a vote? What do you
wrong.
think this is?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
No.
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
Oh, no.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
No.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm too
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
No, I'm too
Okay,
emotionally involved.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
No.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
No, I don't want to. I caught him.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Oh my gosh. No, I was gonna throw him down the well, but I wasn't. I wanted more time to decide. I was trying to. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, now you're going down the well because you did that crap.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
You know, just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
Now that you pulled
You're
that
going
crap.
to miss me.
Do I do it? I don't have a choice. Oh, that's gonna make me click it. Yeah, well, I was gonna do the magic,
No,
but...
I won't.
What? Oh! Okay, I thought he had one last trick or something, but nope. I didn't want to lock him up because he
For Lily. And Faith.
teleport.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Sorry, Greenleaf. It's less gruesome than ripping his head off, right? Oh man, the north wind blows, so the big bad. Oh, one day later. Bigby needs a break. He needs a vacation.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Oh yeah. I never made it to the farm, huh?
This fucking line.
Everyone's got their work cut out for them in there, huh?
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Thanks.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not going to talk to her. She looks swamped.
We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
I guess I don't get the girl at the end. That's alright. I'm not into her anymore after how she was acting.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Where are you going, buddy? Buddy. Oh no, buddy. You're not going, are you, buddy? Buddy? Oh, Colin, he's not going to the farm, is he? I don't know which way is the... I guess not, because I guess Bigby's going toward Flycatcher and Colin's going in a different way, but something's up with him. He seems kind of down. Toad?
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
They carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you?
Is this...
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
She's...
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
I didn't know Snow was...
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye, TJ.
Oh my...
Hey, Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know where he is.
How should I know?
Oh my gosh, I feel so crummy.
Saying goodbye?
Well, I guess you just can't save everybody, can you? At least she's not, you know, at least she's dressed normal.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let it
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure where to start.
I've been had.
Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
That's oh.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Oh. Pulled away from me. Doesn't like me like that, alright.
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
Oh, jeez. Did I make a mistake?
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Oh my god, that was you?
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
Oh, that's
just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her. Or anyone.
Exactly.
I just can't win with these people.
Yeah.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other. And look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just... different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
At least someone appreciates me.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Wait a second.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
What the heck? Okay, cause, all right, I'm sitting here wondering if I can't. What was it? Episode 3, where Bloody Mary said something about like the girls and their games or something. I'm sitting here wondering if I made the right choice. I mean, well, okay, hold on. Let me soak it in. Let me let it soak into my head here. This game that just what was that ending? Oh my gosh. Okay, what did you do to Georgie? You and 68.6% of players killed Georgie. You didn't want him to suffer. Quite a few people let him suffer, though. You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. That's really cool. I want to see how it would play out the other way, because I guess most people do the same thing here. Now this is cool. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 38.6% of players threw the Crooked Man down the witching well. So what did, I wonder what most people did. Oh, that's a pretty good chunk, though, because you could either rip his head off or imprison him. So I guess it's probably maybe an even split. I'm not really sure. I'd like to know that one for sure. I feel like a lot of people probably ripped his head off, but maybe not. I don't know. Alright, did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decided to accept TJ's gift for Snow. How could you say no to the little guy? Who says no? How heartless can you be? Alright, and what were your last words to Nerissa? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. And I truly, truly do hope that I've done some good here. Alright, let's see what the special stats are. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. Colin, you gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You help him to avoid the farm. The Crooked Man, is deceased. You took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down the witching well. Alright, D, you chose to smash him over the head with a bottle during the interrogation. Apparently I shouldn't have done that. You confiscated D's money while he was in custody. Faith, deceased. You gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. Georgie, deceased. You smashed up his place and took his money. And then Greenleaf you offered her a job. Grin, you drank with Grin after Lily's funeral. Nerissa, you paid her extra money when arranging for your date. And then over here, Snow, you brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her. Tiny Tim chose to wait for him. And Toad, you stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. And still a bit of a bitter ending, because I really didn't want Toad to have to go to the farm. I was really hoping Snow was off of the people have to go to the farm thing, but I guess not. I don't know how I could have avoided Toad going to the farm. That's the only thing I wish I could have done differently. Maybe if I hadn't agreed with Snow so much. I'm not really sure how I could have changed that outcome, or if it was even changeable. Now, that ending is really friggin' messing with me. I feel like I'm not putting something together there with Nerissa, and I don't know what it is that I'm not putting together. It's messing with me, but you know, despite who. Okay, so everyone, no one was really innocent. That's kind of something that it drove home. Everyone had their hand in some shady part of this, or, you know, no one came out of this, you know, perfect and innocent. Everyone was bad. Everyone did something bad, right? No, I don't think there is a single innocent person in this whole thing. It's just making the choice between whose evilness is like the most evil, I guess. And you know, yes, Georgie murdered those people. He had to answer for that crime, no doubt about it. But you know, the Crooked Man, he was enslaving people, and it's like he was doing a lot of stuff that might be hard to prove and that might be hard to link back to him, but it's like there's people like this out there right now that, I mean, they're not exactly like the Crooked Man, obviously. It's a video game, or well, it's based on a comics or whatever, but you know, there's people out there that, you know, have people working in terrible conditions, right? And it's just kind of a true story, and it's a very common story, so it definitely feels good to throw someone like that down the old witching well, even if, maybe it might be hard to implicate them. Alright, well, I think this is probably going to end up opening up a website, so I'm not going to click on any of this stuff here. I'm not sure if I can hit escape or something. I'd like to read the last fables, but this, like I said, this might end my recording if I click this and it opens a website. So thank you guys so much for watching The Wolf Among Us, and I think I'm going to be playing some more TellTale games eventually. This was a lot of fun to record, and it was a lot of fun to play, and this story was absolutely wonderful. Not at all what I expected, and I honestly want to kind of play it again already and just pick the other options and see how it would have gone. But I hope I made some good choices here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm done. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now.